of a runaway American dream. At night we ride through mansions of glory and suicide machines, sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheeled, fuel injected, and stepping out. We are going to have a look at Born to Run, which is the hit single, like the first single off of the Born to Run album, which I think was 1978, and is really like the signature sound of Bruce Springsteen. I mean, it doesn't get any more Bruce Springsteen-y than this, you know. It's got the keyboard part, it's got the guitar, it has the glockenspiel, you know, the little metallic sounding xylophone that you hear, the bells or whatever. Like you hear it all. It's got Clarence Clemens in one of his yakety sax modes. It's like, it's got everything and more. Before we hop right into the tutorial, I do want to invite you to check out the free lyrics and chords printable for this tutorial. All you have to do is just type in pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com/born to run. And there's a little dash between the words, and you'll enter your email address, and that will get dropped right into your inbox so that you'll have everything you need to be able to play the song. So let's jump into it. So we're going to start out here in studio mode, and we're going to learn the hook. First of all, this song is in the key of E major, and that means it has 4 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. And so with anything, you always want to take a hot minute and make sure you can play the scale in that key in both hands, just to make sure that you kind of know what you're dealing with. And you can tell a guitar player wrote this, because a piano player would never write anything in the key of E major, but that's okay. We forgive you, Bruce. Okay, so you're going to start out. The bulk of this song is really just going between an E chord, an A chord, and a B chord, right? That's the very bulk of, like, maybe 60% of this song is just going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord to the 5 chord. Okay. And in this case, it starts with an E chord, and then we're going to play this thing. Bo, ba, ba. And this is, and what it technically is an E sus4 to an E, just in a different inversion. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, do, da, da. And then it's going to go to an A chord in second inversion. And then we're going to go to a B sus4, which is just 2 notes, B and E. And then you're going to play the whole B triad. So it's going to go E, 2, 3, 4, 1, boo, ba, 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 2, 3, 4, B sus4, 2, B. And your left hand is going to pulse. Right? And this pulsing in the left hand is what makes it sound like someone's running. Right? Now, if your left hand tires easily, you can just play quarter notes. You could do sort of a hybrid, which is so that you hold the bottom note and you just tap the top note. This is a great hack if your hand gets tired. So you go, yeah. I'll do that too if I just don't feel like making a lot of noise. Right? That's the hook. And that goes on underneath the melody of the verse. And so you could play that if you want, or you could just hold the chord. So I'm going to go, in the day we sweat it out, streets of red of a runaway American dream. At night we ride through mansions of glory and suicide machines. Right? That's absolutely fine if you want to just play that, or if you want to go, in day we sweat it out of dreams on a runaway American dream. Right? I I generally wouldn't even play the hook over and over again because it's a little overbearing on the voice. And so I would probably just hold the chords down. And so you're just going to play that same set of chords that you played for the intro. You're just not going to play right that part with it. Okay. Now we're going to get from Sprung from Cages. So this is the second half of the verse. Just so you know, some of this I'm singing an octave higher than Bruce Springsteen does, because otherwise I'll just sound like a mooing cow. And then when I'm able to get it to work, I flip back down to his octave. So sorry about that, but this is me singing a dude song again. So we're going to go from the A chord. So sprung from cages on Highway 9, and this is an E major triad in first inversion over a G sharp in the bass. Chrome wheeled, fuel injected, that's an F sharp minor 7 chord. And then back to E over G sharp. So it's going to go sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheeled, fuel injected, and stepping out over the line, back to E. And then he goes, whoa, and he's going to play a D over an E, okay, which is actually an E7 sus chord. And I love the sound of it with a D in the second inversion. Whoa! I mean, that's what Roy Bittan plays, like that, okay? So it's going to go, sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injected, and stepping out over the line. 2, 3, 4, 1. Whoa, baby, this town rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're... And then it goes to C sharp minor, which I'm gonna play in the second inversion. Young. And then it goes back to A to B. Tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. And then we're in the hook again. That's where we got. So this thing with the A to the E over G sharp, F sharp minor, E over G sharp, E to D, that happens. And then after that, we have E, C sharp minor, A, and B, right? So it sounds like a lot going on, but it's literally like it's heart and soul, right? The one piano song everyone can play. That's all that's happening there. And then we're back into the hook again. And it happens twice, right? I told you this wasn't that hard. And then it's the same thing we played before. Let me in, I wanna be your friend. I wanna guard your dreams and visions. Just wrap your legs round these velvet rims and strap your hands across my engines. Same thing we played before. Together we could break this trap. We'll run till we drop, baby, we'll never go back. 2, 3, 4, rest. Whoa, will you walk with me out on the wire? 'Cause baby, I'm a just scared and lonely rider, but I gotta know how it feels, right? It's 1, 6, 2, 5, or 4, 5 again. Wanna know if love is wild, babe, I know if love is real. And then we're back into the intro again. So outside of the bridge, this is 75-80% of the song we've done already. Okay. And I say that because, again, this feels like this song it just never will end. This song is so complicated, but we've discovered it's not that complicated. Okay. So I'm going to move on from the chords into what the accompaniment strategy for this. And what this actually is, it's the traceo rhythm again. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is the rhythm that just shows up everywhere. You cannot avoid this rhythm. Sometimes it just feels like the first part of it, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's really all you have to play for the verses. In the day we sweat it out on the streets of a runaway American dream. So that's me just playing the first two articulations. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's what the drummer is playing. In the day we sweat it out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At night we ride through mansions of glory and suicide machines. Same thing here. Sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheel view. That's the whole thing. Now, if you want to add the third articulation, in the day we sweat it out on the streets of a runaway American dream, you could do that as well. So either one of those, a little taste of each of them would be fine. And that's what you're going to play for the whole song until we get to the interlude. Okay? Funny, right? This is like why I love teaching these tutorials to people, because it's like, it feels like a whole big thing, but if you break it down into little sections, it's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't mean that it's easy, but it means that it's quite simple. So I'm going to add a couple of, actually, let me do a sing and play through to this point, doing what I'm doing, because this would be a great stopping place if you are less comfortable on the piano, or if you want to really focus on your vocals and keep the piano part more simple. So I'm going to do a playthrough up to this point. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something, right? It really gives the feeling of the entire piece. So now we're going to add a couple of little extras, and these extras are totally optional, but are fun and not super difficult to play. I promise. So we're going to go into the section where it's sort of the pre-chorus, where it goes, together, Wendy, we can live with the sadness. I love you. Right? We're going to do that little part. Okay? So this goes to sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome-wheeled, fuel injected, and stepping out over the line. And so what am I doing? Okay? And this is the part that the piano plays, but it's doubled on the bells, which sometimes people call it a xylophone, but they're actually the bells or the glockenspiel. And so you hear like, right? And so the shape that they're playing actually doesn't completely go along with the chords. It goes from an A major triad to what's essentially like a C sharp minor in second inversion, but really all that's happening is these two notes are staying the same, and the bottom note is going from here, then it's going down, then it's going down, and then it's going up. So it's this shape, then this shape, then this shape, then this. So this is what you play for the A. This is what you play for the E over G sharp. This is what you play for the F sharp minor 7. And this is what you play for the E over G sharp again. And all I'm doing is I'm going do-dee, 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 do-dee. That's all I'm doing is I'm just playing it broken. And it really sounds like crazy. My left hand is going to play octaves. So I'm going to go. Right? And then I land on the E and then go to the D over E, right? So it's going to go sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injected, and step it out over the line. Whoa, right? I mean, when you're really playing it, it sounds super, super cool. So that's a little extra that we can add in. The other thing that we can add in is this. And so when we get to the we gotta get out while we're young, 'cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. So all this is kind of like a little bell tone where we're going from B to E and we're just inverting it back and forth, right? So you could call this kind of a pedal point. That we've got this kind of like repeated thing that isn't necessarily adding anything harmonically other than just like a little texture. Okay. So that would be the only other detail I would add. So let me show this to you this is like the pre-chorus of the first verse. So we go, sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheeled, fuel injected, and stepping out over the line. Whoa. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. And then we're back in and that's basically the whole song. Except for the little bridge section, which I'll show you in a second. It's time for the bridge. And the good news about the bridge is that it's going to use the same concept over and over again. And what it is it's thinking of a sus4 resolving to itself. So this one goes D sus4. So sus4 means you're playing the 4 instead of the 3 to D. D sus4 to D. Then you're going to do the same thing on a G7 sus chord. So it's almost like you've just practiced this through the circle of fifths. G7 sus to G, G7 sus to G. Then it's A sus to A sus4 to A, and then it's C sus4 to C. And I'm doing everything in root position because that's what we're doing. So it goes, beyond the palace, hemi-powered drones scream down the boulevard. Girls comb their hair in rear view mirrors, and the boys try to look so hard. The amusement park rises bold and stark. Kids are huddled on the beach in a mist. I want to die with you, Wendy, on the streets tonight in an everlasting kiss, right? That's it. I mean, it's almost like an exercise in sus4 practice. So it's a great time for you to work on that. So we've covered this much of the song now. And the last little bit in here that I just want to make sure you have is the saxophone solo. And there's a couple of choices that you have for this one, okay? One thing is that you could do an improvised solo. And what you would improvise on would be the E pentatonic scale. That's what Clarence Clemens is playing. And I always like to play it 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, but you could play 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And what you could do in the left hand is just play the root and the fifth. while I'm playing, right? I'm playing it pretty simply, but that's essentially what Clarence Clemons is playing. So you're just going to go. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, B, E, right? So when you get past the E twice, then the A and the B, E, then the A and the B, then it goes to C sharp minor. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, B, E, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to play B minor, 7. Okay? So your other choice that you could do is, especially if you've listened to this a lot, you could just play the Clarence Clemons solo. You could learn it by ear. So I don't know this super well, but how do you learn to play it by ear? You would listen to it, you would sing along, and then you would try to figure it out on the piano. But I'm just telling you, every single note he plays is actually of the pentatonic scale. So you wouldn't go wrong playing either way. Finally, I want to break this interlude down for you. And it's really not that big of a deal either, I promise. It's more sus4. In this case, it goes from F sus4, and it would be like this. And I'm sorry for the A flat, that's really a B flat. But instead of going in root position, it goes in second inversion. So we've got the 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 on the top, 4, 2, 3 on the F. And your left hand is going to play a whole lot of octaves. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Again, F sus4 to F. And then they go C, 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 C. A bunch of C's for 2 bars. And then it does it again. F sus4 to F. F sus4 to F. That's the bulk of this. And then it does the same thing up a half step. F sharp sus4 to F sharp, which is the exact same thing. Okay? So let me put this section together. You've done da 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 da. I want to die with you, Wendy, on the blah blah blah. And then you're going to go da 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 da. It's the same thing 3 times, then C. Again, F to F, F sus to F. Then we're going to go F sharp, half a half step. Okay? Then we have this crazy, insane drop down of octaves. And, you know, I'll put it up on the screen for you so that you can see it like in the replay. But I want to count it for you. It's going to go like this. We're going down by half steps. That's all we're doing is just going down in half steps, starting on a B. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, counting eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 2 2s, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'll count that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then it goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's 1, 1 and a bunch of 2s. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. So it goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. So what this is just a syncopation that just pushes off all the way until it resolves at the end. Okay. So we'll take it from the beginning of that section. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. And then we've got 4 bars of this B. And you could do like whatever you wanted to during that time. Like you could go crazy, you could do like this, you could do any of that. And then somewhere from the back of the room, someone has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to do a playthrough. I'm not going to do my impersonation of Bruce Springsteen though, because I will feel extremely dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. What song? And the crowd goes wild. Thanks so much, you guys. I want to encourage you, if you're looking for a challenge or to put the pieces of a song like this together, it's really not that much of a big deal. And you could absolutely stop at the extra stuff that I added and just play that. You could also, if you needed to modify for yourself, if you don't have the time or the energy, or just you don't feel like it's worth the effort, to cut the whole interlude out. No one is going to care. And you could still really get a lot out of the song. Doesn't it sound great? I mean, I didn't play it perfectly. That's not the point. But you can hear how much of the song we're playing. Like, it really, really sounds so pulled from the original recording. And I tell you, your audiences are going to be super, super satisfied listening to this tutorial. Remember, I taught this to you in pieces and in chunks. So make sure you work on it in those same ways. And this is really for any challenging song like this, is to just take it a little piece at a time until you're able to put all the pieces together. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If it was, make sure you leave me a big thumbs up, a super thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this tutorial, what you learned from it, and give me some other ideas for songs that you might want to learn in the future. I'm always taking requests for the channel. If you want to know more about me and the work that I do, you should check out my website, pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com. There you'll find a ton of fantastic free resources, and you'll also find out the two main ways that you can work with me. I teach private lessons one-on-one via Zoom across the globe. And I also have this amazing online membership called the Versatile Musician. And this membership is all about teaching people like you, working with people like you in a very budget conscious way of how to vastly improve your musical skills, piano skills, musicianship, singing, music theory, lots of singing and playing. It's a really, really unique place, and it's very high touch because it's not a massive, huge company doing it. It's literally just me. So people ask me questions, I answer them. We do monthly Zoom calls. It's fabulous. So if you want to check that out, go to theversatilemusician.com and make sure you use coupon code GETSTARTED30 so that you can get a nice $30 off your first month. Thank you so much for watching this epic tutorial, maybe the most epic one I've ever done, and I'll see you next time.